Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 53. The focus for today will be mostly what you would expect. We will just mostly keep working on the farms and the town, which will result in a lot, and I really mean a lot of waiting around. So, expect to see more than the usual amount of first-person rides. There will be some moments when we need to do some minor fine-tuning, but the order of the day is waiting. I guess the biggest accomplishments will be the completion of the roads leading up to the town fire station, which will come online today. And, we will also finish building out the central road network in the new farm, so all the buildings will be accessible for our construction offices. Well, we got a traffic jam. Adding all those dumpers all at once did result in a small backup at the gravel facility, but I wasn't all that concerned. I usually let the game run after I stop recording, and make the save for the next episode, so I knew that it was a one-time thing, and things will be back to normal soon. We will check back on it a bit later, but it will be just fine after this line clears up. Oh yeah. Some of you noticed that the excavators drop things on the wrong side in the mirrored quarries. I only noticed it while editing. To speed up the farm construction a bit, I decided to go around and give the important road segments high priority. I really wanted to focus on them today. We can deal with the buildings in the next episode. This is why I said that having a mass priority designation tool would be a really nice addition to the game. Okay, that's the central roads prioritized. Might as well do some of the side roads too. We will need them ready too if we want the buildings to reach the fields. Next, how about we connect up the power? It's a long way, but I still think that the most logical place is the transformer near the new construction hub. And thanks to the way the underground stuff does a good job at following the ground these days, I can just draw a long line, and not worry about ending up with ridiculous gravel requirements. And since we are talking about some truly lengthy cable segments, I didn't even try to do them without things poking through the ground. I just accepted my fate. One down, one more to go. Neat, since we got it attached to the other line early, we can just do the whole maneuvering automatically. And we should start working on them right away. They should be up and running by the time the buildings come online. And in case you're wondering, I did check, and the farm buildings are in range for the construction fire station. If we have an emergency, those helicopters can take care of it for us. And look, we have farm buildings assigned to the construction offices by road. But let's focus on the roads now. The priorities will ensure that all the necessary stuff will reach the roads first, and only the leftovers will go to the buildings. There are quite a few places where the foliage is still a bit patchy between the fields. Let's add some more trees, since we have enough bushes already. Nice, the cable channels are already being dug out. It does mean a lot if one end is right next to the source of the materials. Bus incoming, let's see where it goes. Nice, this knocks out that driveway, so we can add the silo to the construction queue. And here comes another one. Okay, time to give the vehicles a small boost. Most of them can drive way faster than the max speed possible on the gravel roads, so if we add this small shortcut, they can use the asphalt roads most of the way, so even if that small dirt connection slows them down a little, the overall travel time will be much shorter. And as you can see, I also decided to break up the other lane on the highway into smaller segments. Let's hope that we'll make things a bit faster this time around. You know what? I think I will use a concrete pavement over the whole fire station courtyard. Wow, got it right on the first try. Perfect coverage, and zero spillover. Well, building railroad bridges will take a bit longer than that road bridge did. We can only have one of the track layers working at a time, so this will take a while. And it seems the traffic around the gravel processing is back to normal. In fact, it's so sparse, that I think we have some room for future expansions if necessary. And this is where I remembered that maybe we should check up on the fuel exports. It's one thing to check on the production and consumption, but the most important metric is the exports. If we stopped, then we are in trouble. And it seems we did indeed stop exporting. The last delivery was over a year ago. We need to do something about this, and fast. Of course, the biggest offenders are the helicopters. It's one thing to have them fly around while being productive, but they spend an awful lot of time hovering over the landing pads, waiting for their turn. The best thing we can do right now is to stop them from picking things up that require a lot of waiting. At this moment, that means gravel, concrete, and asphalt. If we tell them not to go for those materials, we can cut down on fuel usage quite considerably. I mean, look at this joker. He landed, and tries to leave with zero asphalt being delivered. And another one. I was tempted to stop them from delivering the solid materials too, but for now I let them keep moving those. Even if we tell them to not deliver materials, they are still useful for moving the machines around, which does free up the road vehicles. And here's the first ride of the episode. The first of many. Alright, time for the next short segment. These are really a pain, not allowing machines to work on them is quite a hindrance. Good thing we only have 2 to finish now, before the fire station becomes accessible. And here's the construction priority system in action. We only need dumpers and bulldozers to build the roads, so those get the most attention, but all the other vehicles can still work on other stuff, like building the actual buildings, which are only medium priority. Since these farms are named after the area of Agroprom from the Stalker games, I decided to name the fields accordingly, so the ones to the west are now called Agroprom West, and the ones to the east are named Agroprom East. Okay, I'm glad to see most of the helicopters standing still. We need to build up our fuel reserves again. Also, I keep forgetting that I still need to build those pump jacks at the other side of the river. The problem is, they are tucked away in the corner, so I never really look at them, so keep forgetting they are there. Anyways, to make sure we are safe, I need to monitor the fuel levels. We have 200 tons in the tank right now. Let's check back later, and see if it goes up or down over time. Adding that shortcut really was a big boost. Instead of using the gravel country road on the right, this bus will reach the town with lots of time to spare. Okay, that's the gravel taken care of. Now we wait for the asphalt. Wow, that silo is really progressing fast. Well, this is the main order for the day. We wait for a road segment to finish, just so we can add the next one in line. Thrilling stuff. In fact, let's just enable notifications on all of them, so we know when it's time to add the next batch, even if we are not around to monitor the situation. Some of these barren spots should have something to liven them up. Maybe just a couple bushes will do it. And we still had gaps. We used beech trees the last time. Let's add poplars now. These cables are well on their way. Some of them are already dug out, only waiting for the cables to be laid down, and others are almost at the same point. I think we will have power in the area well in advance of the main buildings. And look, we only need to build one last road segment for the fire station to become accessible. We will have fire coverage in the area pretty soon. Wait, we don't need an asphalt driveway for the substation. Dirt will be perfectly acceptable. And it seems the helicopters managed to deliver most of the materials for it already. We only need the electro components. The only thing holding up the first silo is the concrete deliveries. Since the foreign workers arrive in a bit of a weird way, the supply is a bit spotty, but we will get there eventually. Now that's what I like to see, a full busload of workers heading to the construction site. Since we are still waiting, let's catch a ride ourselves. These smooth portions of the highway are such a treat, compared to what I've been complaining about. You know, like this. At least we don't need to worry about the citizens suffering from kidney stones. Okay, this is a bit much, even for our bumpy roads. I will definitely deal with that particular portion a bit later, because that is just silly. Well, we only have one last stretch to do, but having all those driveways will really slow things down. But good things come to those who wait. Okay, time to deal with this particular road segment. That huge sideways dip is a bit ridiculous. Sadly, just adding a third lane did nothing. We need to rebuild the whole thing from scratch. Well, after I am not distracted by other things. Like the farm substation. We only need the cable at this point. Or these roads. We need to keep adding the next segments to keep progressing. Oh geez, we only need 100 kilos of concrete to finish the material deliveries for the silo. But, it looks like the train station is finished, so that's something. This shouldn't take long, so might as well wait it out. Everything we need for that last road segment are on their way, including the workers. We've never been this close to having some peace of mind. Wait. That front wheel is stuck. Seemed to be fine on the other side. The driver should really have that thing checked out once the vehicle maintenance update is released. And it's done at last. The town fire station is accessible by road, and it has power. Time to deliver the fuel, and buy the helicopters for it. Well, after this small distraction. Be right back. So, we have power, we have fuel on the way. Time to buy the choppers. And here they come. I've been waiting for these guys for such a long time. Now that we have the fire safety covered, I am more relaxed about getting started on the buildings themselves. Let's do just that. No point waiting any longer, we can release all we can on the entire town at this point. Sure, without the helicopters having access to the foundation materials, not much will happen right now, but that's mostly the fault of the fuel shortage. Of course, the focus is still the farm. We are so much closer to finishing this than the town, and I really wanted to get something done. Oh, right. Let's not forget about this pesky road we wanted to fix. Thanks to the heavy traffic, we will just need to cut it into smaller segments to be able to delete the relevant parts. Let's bust out the smoothing tool, and make it presentable. Yeah, this will do fine. The egregious dip to the side is gone, and that's all I really care about. Nice. Only 2 driveways left to gain access to all the buildings. As for the train bridges, they are still a bit slow. Not much we can do about that, even if the EDK track layers are the best we have, they are still dealing with a pretty lengthy pair of river crossings. Wow, we already have structural materials being delivered to the farm distribution office sites. Things are really starting to pick up. I think at this point, we can safely set the power cables to high priority. In fact, it seems we only need the workers. All the materials are delivered, so it's just a matter of putting them where they belong. Now that we had a whole episode since the gravel industry was upgraded, let's check on the volumes produced. And there is a marked increase, which is very nice to see. And since we last checked, the fuel reserves went from 200 to 500. Of course, we cannot be sure if there were deliveries made since then, but seeing a bigger number is a bit reassuring. And look! Only one driveway left to deal with. A very nice way to close down the episode. Yeah. I'm gonna leave you with a cliffhanger. Not a big one, but still. Anyways, needless to say, the next episode will very likely be dedicated to the construction of the main buildings around the farm, as well as the roads around the actual fields. Most of those were knocked out by the helicopters, but not all of them, so we need the help of the road vehicles to finish everything. Sadly, those guys can only work in series, not in parallel like the choppers, so it might take a little bit of extra time to get those all done. But once the whole farm is finished, it's full steam ahead on the town. And if you thought the farm took a long time, just wait until you see the speed of the town's progress. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, then leaving a like and subscribing to the channel just might motivate me to make more. If you are more in the donating mood, you can find a link to my Ko-fi page in the description, where you can buy me a glass of water. I don't really drink coffee. Thank you for your support, and until next time, I will see you later.